Tim, welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Patek Philippe Gondolo 5135G annual calendar. You can see and you can purchase this tonneau-shaped automatic Patek Philippe annual calendar on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full listing for this 5135G with accessories included, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this Gondolo complication. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see that this is one of the largest modern Patek Philippe references. Originally launched at Baselworld 2004, the watch wears far, far larger than its bare measurement of 39 millimeters across the case from 9 to 3 would suggest. Non-round watches tend to wear larger than their nominal size. So while 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock, not inclusive of the crown, is 39 millimeters, the watch is a robust 51 millimeters from extremity to extremity, lug to lug. In terms of thickness, it's quite compact. Despite its large wrist real estate, it has a generously sloped case flank and bezel, so a dress cuff will easily slide up and over this watch, but make no mistake, this is a lot of Patek Philippe and a lot of white gold. It's beautifully finished, all of high polish, and its lugs are nicely downward tapered, so it wraps itself around the edge of a wrist. If it's borderline for your wrist fit-wise, nevertheless, it's a little bit more organic. It flatters smaller wrists more than conventional large watches because those lugs do drape off and fall off around your wrist rather than flaring out stridently off the side. So again, I would think this watch is good for smaller wrists down to, I would estimate, 14.5 to 15 centimeters in circumference. Wear with confidence. Now the watch features a rectangular scale, I would say medium brown, minimally bolstered, alligator leather strap, monotone stitch, folded edges, on the bottom a supple calfskin, and the pin buckle, a faceted and polished Patek Philippe white gold unit for a classical low profile and easy adjustability. Now you can see that the watch, inspired by the vintage Chronomètre Gondolo series exported to Latin America during the 1930s, takes a lot of that Art Deco imagery and recapitulates it first in a modern size, but also with modern fit and finish. Now you have gorgeous ruthenium coated dial with dart style applied and polished white gold hour indices, exquisite Art Deco floral style 9 and 3 Arabic numerals. There's a railroad track inboard for the seconds, and you can follow quite easily along the second scale or watch the minute hand superimposed over the same scale for reading precise time. But then you'll notice inboard there's a different grain to the metal itself. It's matte sunburst outboard, and then inside concentric circular guilloche texture. My camera doesn't capture it terribly well, but make no mistake, there is a distinct difference between the granular exterior, the hour track, and the inner dial. Now the hands at center for hours and minutes are beautiful white gold Dauphine, and it features a lancet style seconds hand for constant seconds. There's a leaf style or foy hand within the 24-hour scale at 6 o'clock. That is there to illustrate whether or not the watch is in the danger zone, the period during which you do not want to use the pusher adjusters to change the indication of the aperture annual calendar. And likewise, there is a bosom style moon phase nestled within this counter at 6 o'clock. It is a compound complication. Now you can see the easily referenced windows for the day, the date, and the month. This is a fantastically balanced dial, and as much as it incorporates a great deal of information without ever seeming crowded and without confusing the civil time and the calendar indications. On the case back, we have a variation of Patek Philippe's caliber 324 automatic. Here you can see this being one of the older examples of the 5135. It features both the original steel rotor bearings at center, as well as the original Poinçon de Genève. The later versions of the watch from the mid-2000s featured ceramic rotor bearings, and after mid-2009, toward the very tail end of the production run, they switched over to the Patek Philippe seal. Now the watch has the annual calendar functionality, robust unidirectional winding, more efficient than bidirectional. It operates at a modern 4 Hz beat rate, that's 28,800 vibrations per hour, up from 21.6 in the 315 caliber predecessor of this watch. And you'll also note that this timepiece features all of the flourishes that you would expect of a Poinçon de Genève movement. Circular Côte de Genève across the winding mass, linear Côte de Genève across the bridges, tight and even perlage about the base plate. All of the bridges have a glorious mirrored naturally rounded anglage executed by hand, no machine finish here, and you'll see the same level of finish within each jewel sync. Now, of course, with the Gyromax style free-sprung balance, the watch will take and hold a regulation more efficiently and more robustly and resolutely resist shock-induced timing deviations. So the watch has both the annual calendar functionality, perhaps the most useful everyday complication, along with all of the engineering and finishing virtuosity that you expect of a Patek Philippe caliber underneath. You can see and you can purchase this Patek Philippe Gondolo 5135G annual calendar on our website.